vaccine to first. And so it took a while to get to the point where now it's being rolled out to the mass population. But they're really, really organized with the rollout now. So, yeah, they were born for this type of organization that's required. So
I think there is a hashtag on Twitter called Pfizer Girls. Oh, and everyone.
Oh, really?
Who gets a shot of Pfizer? They like, I'm a Pfizer girl.
Oh my god, I'm gonna write a tweet today about that. That
I feel like the
Pfizer
Pfizer marketing department must be loving it.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's clever.
Gonna start the trend with Janssen dudes or something.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
My god. He got Johnson, so like Johnson.
Johnson
so like
ladies.
Johnson, yeah, J&J ladies.
J&J.
Alec is not happy that she's lady.
I'm shaving my beard off, so like, yeah, I look like a lady anyway. Like a 16-year-old lady, so.
You're threatening to shave your beard off for the last 3 months.
Because
Where's the result, huh?
The result is on July 29. That was the earliest appointment I could get with my barber.
Is that Petros?
Like,
I think
no, not Petros. Petros did this to me, and now I want the second. Like, the only person who I trust of shading like this shit off is Rasa. She did multiple transformations to me. Like, she's super experienced barber, and I trust her.
I think it's just stupid excuses. You could go to your fucking bathroom and shave it off by yourself. I think I told you this 10 million times. It's just fucking excuses. Don't be a pussy, be a punk.
Automative like razor, and he does his beard alone. And we're coming next week, so we can drop it.
You're coming next week already? You're coming next week already? Oh my god.
Yeah, by the way, Carmen, like I used to be based in Stockholm, and as of yesterday I'm based in Vilnius. Lera used to be based in Minsk, and as of January she's based in Vilnius. And Anna is today in Yerevan, Armenia, and now she's also moving to Vilnius. So like from Asian and Scandinavia, like moving to another small country.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes, all the roads lead to Vilnius.
For some weird reason.
That's
to Vilnius, by the way.
Glad to be able to meet up.
And the interesting part is we met on Twitter. Like, I met these guys on Twitter.
I was going to ask how you guys all met, because it sounds like you've been friends forever. And I'm like, I'm sure there's a story here.
We don't even know if Anna has legs.
We never seen her legs, so like we don't know that.
Well,
I actually like that with so many colleagues. Like, they didn't even like. Yeah, it's like you are real. You're a person, right?
Oh my god. I'm so happy that it happened during the stream. Oh my god.
Excellent food content.
I think when we see each other in person, we're all going to be like, wait, that you look so different. Or, you know,
I bet
just
so.
like,
I bet so. Because usually, you know, here I'm putting like nice lights and like I'm choosing nice angles so I would look like fine at least, you know. But like in real life, I look like shit.
Right. So, yeah. The ring light doesn't follow you.
Yes, sadly.
Yeah. I've worked with colleagues because I've worked remote now for 3 years with Unity. And so I've worked with people that I have never met in real life. And yeah, I feel like my head would explode if I saw them live. Like, I think I still would just be like, like I feel like I know them, but I don't even know what they look like in real life. So it's kind of strange.
You're going to, like, as a tourist to another country and you see a remote worker there somewhere. You will freak out, or you will go, hey, I'm here.
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of like an extroverted introvert. So I think a lot of community managers are a bit of mix of both, right? Like we love people, and I definitely miss just hanging out with people, but I'm also kind of enjoying not having people around in ways. And I feel like I've been the most productive as a community manager ever because I haven't had all the distractions of, you know, doing all the social stuff and going out and getting distracted by people. I don't know whether you guys felt the same.
Yes.
Yeah,
same,
I kind of enjoyed it in ways.
Totally. We can relate. Oh my god. It just
I'm figuring out, like, I'm double checking that the audio is set up well. So
I think that sometimes you have like echo. I remember when Anna was talking.
I thought that's the problem with my setup, and I'm madly figuring it out. But like, if it's yours as well.
No.
Is it me?
Yeah, I can. Do you have like headphones? Like any headphones to, you know.
I do. Do you want me to use headphones instead of?
I think your mic is picking up the audio
from computer or something because it's catching.
Why don't I change my mic then to just like my computer? Would that be better?
No, that would be much worse.
That would be worse.
No.
Okay.
Can you just I don't know,
I have
like
headphones.
do you have
headphones?
Yeah, these ones, small ones, anyone's.
Yeah, just plug them in so like you would hear us through the headphones and like speak through microphone.
Will do. Give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
So you moved to Vilnius forever, Alec? Or
And ever.
Yes.
We'll see what life throws at me. I've been moving like countries on and on multiple times.
I have
He's like a
like,
gypsy.
Yeah, and that's a derogatory term, I think. I'm curious. Who are you, like, as a nationality? Like, Belarus.
He's Lithuanian.
You're Lithuanian?
He is.
You're gonna explain how.
I thought that you are Belarusian. I don't know.
No, he is Lithuanian. He got Lithuanian passport, and Lithuanians think that he is Lithuanian. That's why he is Lithuanian.
But Lera, what is the missing part?
There is no missing parts. He's Lithuanian.
Okay, can I test my microphone now?
Oh yes, very good. Yes. I think
amazing now.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
And can you talk loudly something? Anna.
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Okay, very nice.
You're looking for.
Everything is nice. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. So he's Lithuanian.
Okay. But there is a missing story?
There is no missing story. He's Lithuanian. He likes to talk some bullshit. I'm like, but my parents are not Lithuanian, and like, I speak different languages, and I blah 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 blah. This is literally all Lithuanians like that. So like, they're like half Russian, Polish, like I don't know, like anything. So this is not something unusual.
Small country syndrome. But indeed, I'm looking at another screen because I'm testing how this works. So I indeed have zero relatives. My parents are not from here.
He is Lithuanian. He was like, I was like, you have Lithuanian passport, so it means you're Lithuanian. He's like, passport doesn't matter at all. I'm like, bitch, I have Belarus passport. Every time when I want to go out somewhere, like from my country, I'm like looking at my passport and start crying. How the fuck can you bear to tell me that passport doesn't matter? I have shitty passport. I know that it matters, bitch.
I love that rant because Armenian passport. I don't know. Should I guess it's the same.
Yes.
Nowhere. Literally zero authority.
We can go to Russia. Wow.
That would be cool.
Country of contrasts.
Where people I love how the audio works now. Let me double check.
Very nice. So I hate when people say like passport doesn't matter. Well, because you have good passport. That's why it doesn't matter for you.
Passport does matter. It definitely matters.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Especially if you live in Asia and, like you have a certain passport, then you can go in visa free. Yeah, I have friends that have bad passports and they're like, it's the worst. It's just like they have to. South Africa is a bad one. South Africa, like they have to apply for so many like visas and.
Well, I guess same for us.
I don't think it would be, but.
I mean, like, if I need to go to Asia, I need passport. If I need to go to Europe, I need passport or visa. I mean, if I need to go to America, I need visa. If I don't know, like I need.
I know.
Stay here, do the YouTube shit, and be happy. That's the narrative.
Pretend being designer.
do what I do. I travel using YouTube now. Like I watch vloggers who are already in the location and I just watch their videos. Pretty much how I travel.
Well, this is my
Oh.
traveling.
Yeah. And you're speaking to an Australian now, so you can pretend that you're in Australia for a bit.
Australian in Singapore. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've lived in a few different places. London was my first place that I moved to from Australia. And then Hong Kong and Singapore. So haven't made it to the US yet.
Fuck US. Who cares about it?
To be honest, I just want to be a global citizen. I don't really want to be based anywhere. I just want to be like, where do I feel like being for the next? Yeah, exactly. I think I could easily do that.
Well, that's what Alek is doing all the time. He's like, oh, I gotta live here. Then
because he has a Lithuanian passport,
so he can afford this.
Hate
yes.
me, people hate me more.
Yes.
Hate me more. Hate me more.
Because
Double check.
I think the Australian passport is also a very strong passport because
it's a strong passport.
Yeah, you can go to Canada, all the Commonwealth countries of the British passports, like, and all the Commonwealth passports are, oh my god.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They are.
Well, and the Asian passports are also pretty good.
Which ones?
Asians, you mean?
Yeah.
Japanese, Korean.
Japanese passport is good.
I think Singapore is also considered
Singapore
good.
about also. I think they're like in top 10, I think, at least.
That's what I heard.
I checked the
list. You checked what nationalities you should become.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of boyfriend should I find?
That's a good idea.
Okay, Carmen, I'm trying to think what do we show on the screen. So like right now you are seeing us on the screen, but people on Twitch, people on YouTube, they see something else. They see, for example, if you're talking, they may see your website, they may see your YouTube, for example. So
cool. Shall I send you some links?
So I opened your YouTube, I opened your TikTok, I opened your Twitter, the Community Coach Twitter, I opened your website. And I'm thinking, what else do I show? Get coached, I guess. The program?
Yeah, the blog maybe on the website if you want to show. My insights.
Cool. About you.
Very nice. That's a good one.
That's what's gonna happen. Cool. I'll go sip a bit of water and I'll get back in a second. Please continue.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for setting that up.
Yes. Yeah.
This is so fun. How many have you done of these episodes now?
Oh my god, a lot. Really a lot. Like I don't. We're doing like every week from I don't know. It starts
at least
like
March.
At least March, I think.
Okay.
So
Okay.
But we
once
start
a week, right?
Yeah, once a week. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Every week.
That's a lot.
And no vacations, thanks to Alex.
I know. Well, I feel like I haven't had a holiday either in forever. I'm just kind of dying for a holiday.
Same.
That's okay. One day, maybe we'll be able to hang out together.
Fingers crossed.
We need to stop him someday from booking people.
He booked until October, so
You guys are going to be busy.
Yeah, we are.
And there's so much to talk about. It's like community. It's just having its moment.
And also,
we are just like, me and Anna begging for vacations. And we're
no vacations. I mean, so like once a month, we used to do like just 4 of us streams. So it's 3 of us plus Piotr, who we love very much. And he's our co-host just like for the 4 hour session. And in July, we had to skip it because there was so many speakers who wanted to speak. Like, for example, next week there is David Spinks and like people want to come here. And we're like, okay, so we're skipping the 4 of us.
And you decided that. I was super upset about this. Yes, because that's my favorite thing, four of us, because it's, like so cozy conversation.
Yes, but look at Carmen, how nice she is and how cool she is.
Yeah, she is, because I like girls. I like girl speakers. I mean, this is like...
David will be fun next week. He's amazing. You'll have a good chat.
I hope so.
He'd better be, because like Clara won't forget and won't forgive me that.
Yes, obviously. And like I have just one rule. I don't know like why so, but like when the girls coming to our show, they're amazing, like mwah, like perfect. I don't know. And when guys coming to our show, they're usually boring. I'm sorry to tell you guys.
And they're like attention, retention, let's see numbers, But like even like when we invited ladies to the show and we were talking numbers, it was like you still like the show, so
yes, it's because like I like to trash men from time.
So, she didn't have boyfriend before, and now she does. So we'll figure out like what men are used.
So like basically the funny thing, you're inviting a guy and they're like you're asking like, oh, so what are you doing? And the girl's usually answering like, oh, I'm doing this and that. And guys are like, 10 years ago, like in okay, 1996 I started doing this, and then like 10 years ago I'm doing that, and after that I'm like, oh my god, shut up, what are you doing right now? I don't care like about your childhood trauma, like I don't fucking care.
I don't remember what I did like yesterday, so good luck asking me that question. I did not remember 10 years ago, and that's probably a good thing.
You see,
it means I've lived life.
Yes. And men like to brag about like stuff that they did 10 years ago. I'm like, cool. I don't give a fuck. I was trashed.
Man, now we can start the show.
Finally.
Because otherwise the show wouldn't have been complete. And now the men feel... Right. I mean, people watching us, they hate me in the same way they hate you all, so it's fine. At least we're on the same, we're on the same ground. It's good.
That's good. Okay.
Yes, at least you are not trashed life, unlike myself. Good. So now that you have pity for me staying alive, I've clicked the record button so shit doesn't kill me.
Okay, make an intro.
Oh, people, are you dying from the heat the same way we do? Because you should. No, that's a quick intro. Let's do it. let's do it. Let's do something else.
What podcast am I on right now?
Let's do something else. So I want to tell you the story. I was brewing internet someday, and then
10 years ago,
I see Carmen, and she's like, he's doing something very, very similar to what we're doing, like building communities for some companies and then creating content around that and doing courses. And I'm like, we should totally talk and make it on our podcast because we resonate so much along everything. And also, she's a consultant at Unity, where my heart still belongs. I used to work there a lot.
Oh, 10 years ago.
Okay, Lara, what did you do 10 years ago? Let's put it this way.
10 years ago? Nothing. I was in school, but it's time for introduction of ourselves. I'm Lara and I'm
No, it doesn't work. Either put a context or I will tell everything about your boyfriends, all of them.
No, I'm just lying to my boyfriend that I'm a designer, not a YouTuber.
Okay, nice. Anna, are you still lying to your husband what you do? Or is he proud that you're a YouTuber?
Darling, turn off the stream. I am a writer. My husband still thinks I am a programmer.
But sometimes it's fine to lie to your boyfriend or husband. That's okay.
Yeah, people are still ashamed of being a YouTuber. Carmen, are you ashamed that you are a YouTuber and not some important business person?
Are you lying to your boyfriend or husband or somebody else?
I think it's hilarious. Like, I just make fun of myself constantly to even be considered a YouTuber. It's just crazy to me. And I kind of joke about it. My husband he has no idea what I do half the time. So I think I think if you're a content creator and you're putting yourself out there, you can't take yourself too seriously anyway, right? Because you're putting yourself out there. And yeah, I don't care. If you want to call me a YouTuber or a community manager or a like whatever. Call me whatever you want.
You have a TikTok.
Or a TikToker. Yeah, exactly.
That's very fun because if you're a creator, you can call yourself whatever you want. Like, every stream I'm making a new intro for myself. I'm like, oh, today I'm a community manager. Oh, today I'm like, designer. Oh, today I'm like,
I'm experimenting. I don't think there's any like right or wrong way as to like what you call yourself and how you put yourself out there to the platforms. And
it depends how you feel at that specific day, like just.
Not really, Lara. Exactly. It depends who you're talking to. Like when you're talking to your boyfriend, you're a designer. When you're talking to your mom, probably you're a game developer. When Anna's talking to her husband, she's a programmer. And Carmen, when you're talking to like, how do you introduce yourself to different customers? Like when you're talking to a business who wants to probably get your consulting service, how do you introduce yourself?
Right. Experienced community manager that's helping others build their own communities. And I don't like to talk in really fancy language to people either. Like I don't like to hype myself up and give myself fancy titles. Like at the end of the day, I have over 7 years experience building communities successfully. I've done that in my startup days. I've done that for large corporates. And I really then move the conversation onto them and what they're looking for. And understanding
that's what I do usually,
right? Like I'm not. It's not actually about bragging about what I do, but I do mention some of the things that I've done and achieved in the past, especially focused on what they're trying to do. So if they're a startup, then I will talk in more.
It feels so much as a community manager, because you're trying to fill people and like then to shape yourself into them. That sounds so as a community manager for me. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I think for me, I started my career in sales, and it was at a private wealth company, like high net wealth individuals, and every single client of ours is different. We would have like the really rich widow who knew nothing about stocks and bonds and things like that. And then we would have the investment banker that would come in, an hour later, and we'd have to completely change tack. And I think that was where I started to learn about how you change the way that you talk, your language, your tone, even just the delivery of what you're saying. And is it quick? Is it this? Is it like that? Or is it, actually we need to take some time and have more empathy and, maybe speak in a more soothing way.
I think this is the best quality for a community manager, right? Because and then that's what they're supposed to do. Yes.
It's 100% the skill set of a community manager, because every single person that you talk to, whether it's a member in your community or if it's somebody in your business that is, like fully focused on numbers or metrics or sales, or, you have to change the way that you're talking to them as well. So
yes,
So dear community managers, the world doesn't need what you do because you don't have a consistent message of what you do. The world doesn't understand you anyway, so it's fine. Just be yourself, keep happy, and introduce yourself in a different way. And just like this nice
community manager is hard.
Usually they ask,
I'm sorry.
More questions around community.
Or what?
Yeah, I think usually my conversations start with, we're looking to build a community. That's usually what they start with, right? And then they tell me, so tell me more about yourself. And so I actually don't start with, I'm a consultant and I do this. I actually start with a story of how I, fell into community and my learnings along the way through the business lens, because that resonates with them, and some of the things that I've been able to do for business by building communities. And I then, have more of an open conversation as to, what is it that you're looking to achieve from building a community? And then it's a real open discussion around that. And, then I can understand what they're looking to do. And we go from there. So that's typically how my conversations would start.
That's very nice. Like, you want to ask something? Oh, Anna. Okay, go.
Yeah, I wanted to just learn maybe what's the main reason that the businesses want to start the community. You say that they usually come to you with an open question. they say like it's for sales or maybe helping with support tickets? What is the top reason?
It's different for me for every single client. So far, I've not had a consistent, like, 40% of clients want to do this. But what I will say is it depends on the type of client. So I'll have startups, for instance, that are very new and they're about to either launch a new product or they're just trying to get the word out about the fact that they exist. And so they're looking to build community to increase awareness around their brand, get more referrals in, generally get off the ground. And so for them, it's brand awareness, it's more referrals, more sales, like keep us in business kind of thing, right, as a startup. And they also may be looking at reducing costs as well. So potentially they don't have the revenue. They also don't have the budget to even pay for a huge customer service team. So maybe they're looking to reduce the cost there by building a really engaged community where members can help each other with, using the product and learning about the product, etc. So,
and how are you exactly helping to build the communities?
Yeah,
it's a secret. So
no, it's not a secret. No, I'm like a super open book. I don't believe in guarding my secrets or anything. I've learnt from some of the greatest, community professionals like David Spinks, who I know you're interviewing next week. I've learnt so much from him and Richard Millington. And, I think the fact that I'm here where I am right now, it's only because of all these other amazing community managers sharing, their learnings over time. So, yeah, I'm more than willing to talk about anything when it comes to community and what I do. In terms of how I help my clients, this happened organically for me, creating a community coach program. It actually happened because I was working for Unity, for several years. I've kind of become known in my own network for building online communities and being able to really engage even communities that are dead. I've been able to re-engage and kind of get them going again. And when COVID hit, suddenly everybody was looking to build community, and especially online, right? Like they were like, oh my God, I can't do my offline events anymore. And I've been pushing for online for years. I've been focused on building global communities. I didn't have the ability to have all these offline events being managed around the world. So for me, it was managing online was what I did. And when COVID came up, I had people reach out to me starting to ask for help, advice, etc. How do we build an online community? And I felt like I was just repeating myself constantly in terms of the steps that I take. What is the first thing that I do? I go with the why. Why are you looking to build community? Let's really dive deep into that. And so I felt like every conversation was repetition for me. And that's why I created the community coach program, because I was like, I just need to create something that they can basically go away and see this structure. And that's what they were looking for. They were looking for that, the focus and the guidance. How do I start? Where do I start? So I created templates, worksheets, okay, go away and do this, and then come back to me when you've completed each stage. And I kind of just really organized it out. It's really simple. It's kind of like the 101 guide to building a community. And at the end of every stage, they get mentorship with me. And I felt like that was just such a better use of my time. And I mean, I still am a community manager, right? I'm still doing this as a job, and I'm still managing a team of people. So I didn't have the time to sit down, and just talk each client through this. I have limited time with that. So yeah, that was the way that I've structured it. And so far it's worked really well with the clients, because they like the concept of being able to go away and work on things in their own time when they have time. And when they get stuck, I'm here. I can help them. but it doesn't waste their time like trying to schedule, 20 calls with me over the period of 2 months or something. It's like,
and commit to that.
Sorry, and commit to that. Yeah.
This. But
exactly.
Carmen, like I think like your personalized program guide is 800 euros or USD. But that's expensive, and the program, which I assume, like with more mentorship session, is 1,500. So that's not cheap. That's not your regular online class on Coursera.
Well, the regular class on Coursera doesn't have one-on-one time, right? So for me, that includes 4 hours of like one-on-one dedicated sessions with me, where we go through everything.
The 800.
And to be honest, I will.
Please.
Yeah, the 800 is like a personalized. It's a personalized video where I will. So there's a lot of work that goes on before even the payment happens, right? Like I have to understand, are they even the right client for me? I only take 5 clients a month maximum. So I'm not looking to, like take on absolutely everybody and sell mass market. For me, I really do want to help people build, successful communities. And to do that, I do need to dedicate time to them. And so there is a time before they even become a client with understanding what are their needs, what are they looking to achieve. So I don't just like accept payment online even. I have a session first to see, like I'm kind of also working out, are you going to be the right client for me? And I think that's really important that a lot of consultants don't do, right? They just take a job
in the price.
Right. And on top of that, I care about each client. So if they're emailing me randomly throughout, like, oh, I'm really stuck in this stage, I will reply to the emails. I will, set aside time to make sure that they feel like there's somebody there that is dedicated to their success of building a community. And I think they are more than welcome to go out there and buy a Coursera course. And if they want my recommendations on that, I am more than happy as well to refer them to that. That's great. Like I'm not going to pretend that I'm for everybody, but it's just the way that it's worked for me. I have not had any complaints in terms of saying, oh, that's too expensive. If anything, I've been told that there's consultants that charge a lot more for the hourly rate. So I've just factored in for me what I would charge, and I think it's a fair price. And
I was never implying that was too expensive. Actually, we charge more, honestly. So that's
that's the funniest thing is that people were telling me you should charge more, and I was like, well, to be honest, I'm not here to like just make a ton of money. I actually truly enjoy mentoring people. It's for me, I feel like I finally got to this stage in my career where I didn't even realize how much I knew until people started asking me during COVID, like, oh my God, can you help us? Like, can you teach us how to build a community? And I was like, oh my God, I've never had this happen to me. Usually I'm the one that's going to, more experienced community builders over the course of my career, asking for their advice, their help. And so it was just a really cool transition for me to then become that person that people are reaching out to.
Cool. Anna, you reflect a lot about creator economy and all the thing. What's going on in your head since you look puzzled? What's going on there?
A lot of things are happening, actually. First of all, I think as everyone already said, like you're charging too little. But if it's fine for you, I guess it's great for you. That I have one question that is keep coming up in my head. You mentioned that you have 5 clients per month, and because we are all community managers and or have been at some point in time, like we know how much emotionally taxing work it can be, and although you can enjoy your work as a community manager for a specific client, you're not proven from burning out. I would just like to know, how are you keeping it going? Maybe you have some kind of time management tactics, or how are you organizing your work with all of those clients?
Staying alive.
Yeah, it's a really good question. And it's actually something that I'm creating more content about, because I've definitely been that community manager that's burnt out, like for sure. Not recently, but I've definitely been that person that has put like so much into, delivering a successful community to a business, for instance. And I'm really, really mindful that there are actually signs where you know as a community manager, oh, am I diving in too deep here, or I need to take a step back and take some time out for myself. I have created some content to try to help community managers work out how do they take time out? How do they make sure that they're looking after themselves? Because at the end of the day,
that's on your YouTube, right?
Burnout. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I've done a few. I've even, recently I attended a rest session event.
I saw the video
And
about
so-
that you
Did you see
posted
the
about.
video?
Yes.
So it was probably one of the most amazing events that I attended in the past couple of months. And I love to attend really random online events, because I think as a community manager, if you can just take yourself out of the realm of, oh, I must go to community management events, like events around how do I manage my community. That's great. And community managers should do that to obviously continue to upskill. But consider just attending other online events that are completely out of the scope of what you would usually attend, because I guarantee you will learn so much about how they're managing their online events, and you'll probably pick up some tips and tricks that you can take back to your community. And so, this rest session was an online event. It was hosted by a Kundalini master. And just the way that she set the scene, she actually gave us a pamphlet before the event. It was posted to us, which is amazing. And it was a setup required before the session. So she gave us instructions. How do I set up this room so that I can have the best session ever? And I just thought, oh my God, if we're like community managers thinking about that as well, and we run our own online events, that would completely change the game for people when they attend online events, right? And it was, the rest session was something that, we had candles burning. Everybody had the best setup because we'd been prepped beforehand. And she really set the scene. And then the music that she chose, everything was super intentional. But stuff like that actually helps me recharge, and it also filters back into my work. So it's a win-win for me.
And then there is time for your clients to figure out like if it makes sense to continue the project with you or like to end. And probably they require some numbers, or like how do they decide if they continue running with you and having you helping them run, or do they like, yeah, that's it, we're done?
Yeah, so I don't offer the service of running their community. There's no way. And that's not something that I would be doing with my clients. I teach them
just design
how to run. I help them actually understand, like you say, design. But I think a lot of the times businesses know that they need community, but they don't really know why. And they may say like, oh, we've got this idea, we want to increase sales, etc. But then when you really dive deeper, there's actually a lot more to it. And when you discuss all the benefits that community can give, there's often other opportunities that they haven't even thought about. But I really help them through that process of, understanding why community is important for their business. What are the metrics that they should be measuring to ensure success? And I think a lot of the
tell
times,
them what to do. You don't do this for themselves. Like you don't help them set
I do
up anything.
not.
It's just like this is your homework.
So
go work on it.
I do. So we do have stages. So that's the first stage. Then I do tell them what to do, but I give them guidance. And there's worksheets, for instance. So like the second stage is all around, okay, I want you to really get to know your members. And like if you haven't built a community yet, then it's going to be potential future member research. And I give them guidance as to questions they should be asking that are actually going to help them when it comes to setting up the community. And a lot of the times these are questions that they wouldn't even have thought about. And yeah, so I give them a lot of guidance around that. And then the next stage is community setup. And I go through all the things that they need to consider with the setup. And throughout this, I talk about their struggles, their challenges. And yeah, so I'm not doing the hard work, I guess, and I wouldn't want to. I believe that the people in the business, should be doing it.
We do both, actually. Well, not we, it's Lera usually, who does everything. She does these videos, she does the community design, she does the hardware implementation, and then
Amazing.
she's also looking live in the streams. So.
Amazing. I guess.
And she's the queen of our own community.
Right. I mean, there is room for that for sure. It's just that I don't have the capacity to be doing that. Plus, obviously consulting for Unity.
I totally recommend that. She can do everything.
Yeah, she can do everything. That's great to know. If I have clients that want help with someone that can actually do the stuff, I know where to look.
Lera, blink if you need help. Blink.
Yeah, I know, but that's why you're going to Vilnius. We're gonna
leave you too.
Well, we have started from putting them to a uniform. As you can see.
I saw that. I was thinking, is this a uniform?
It's an unintentional uniform.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get the memo.
Time a bit. We're running out of time.
I have one question. I don't care. I still have a bit of time before my work's in, so I will ask you. So, basically, you are helping people to build the community, right? But
yes.
You're not obviously managing their communities because they're doing by their own. But didn't your clients ever had such question okay, so we have a community, what should we do now? Is it supposed to work somehow by itself? And
no, I definitely go through that. That's part of the stage. We talk about how are you actually going to manage the community. I've helped clients in terms of hiring a community manager, what they should be looking out for. Yeah, it's not like I'm saying, okay, cool, go ahead and do what you need to do. It's pretty comprehensive, actually. The community coach program.
After stage 4, the stage 4, do you just say, look, okay, so stage 4, I teach you how to manage your community, and then you fire me? Is it like that?
No, it's not and then you fire me. No, I think they know what they sign up for, right? And I think, to be honest, usually by the end of stage 3, it's where they're super appreciative because the hardest part for them was their first thought is, what community platform do I choose? That's literally a lot of people, right? And
I was about to
go from that to right. And then, so I take them back from that and I help them get to that, to answer that question. But there's a lot of other stuff beforehand.
Yes, I agree, because the platform is not, I think, that important. I mean, it may help you to build a community, but it's not the core. And some clients are thinking that if we're gonna move our community to our other platform, probably people gonna talk or engage by themselves somehow. And you're not really,
we built everything on Discord for everybody. Or 100% of our clients, we can convince them to use Discord.
Yes, but the thing is that it's not important.
It's not important unless it's Discord, yes.
I mean, we're helping them to understand this platform as for community managing.
Yeah, I mean, I usually go down. My mentor is.
You should go deeper and what you should do.
I typically advise clients to, and that's why I have member research as part of the stage, because we find out more about the people that they're actually trying to build the community for and where are they now, where are they hanging out, because that actually can lead to the platform decision straight up. But yeah, I can empathize with my clients and people that are in business that don't have the knowledge that we have. You know, we've had years of understanding, learning, you know, oh, it's not about the platform first. And that seems really obvious. But for people that they're like, oh, I need to build a community, I can understand why their first thought is, what tool do I use or what platform, you know, do I go ahead and do that?
Well, because I think it's the simplest question that comes to the mind.
Right. Agree. It's the most practical
yeah.
question, right?
Because a lot of tools are launching. Like every day you see a new tool. Like Luma has a community tool. Like Discord is this new thing, and you get bombarded with very targeted ads, like community management platform.
Yeah, it's overwhelming for a lot of people, right? And so I think that was something that I was trying to create, was this feeling of, okay, well, let me help you work through the noise and let's just focus on what's important and just don't get distracted by all this other stuff and the buzzwords. And like, they'll be like, oh, Clubhouse. And I'm like, just like put Clubhouse to the side for a minute, okay?
I'm happy that you have an invite code, but
yeah, but wait,
exactly.
Just wait.
Well done. Yeah, that's great.
Look, do you want to unwrap the creative part of yourself, Carmen, since you also have, like, again, we mentioned about YouTube, but you also have TikTok and you're active on Twitter, and I assume you have all these channels as sales/marketing channels? Or what's your take? Why do you create all this content? Do you have a newsletter? Everybody has to have a newsletter these days.
I think my type of personality, I like to challenge myself. And to be honest, being on video is not my comfort zone. I am not someone that would ever have considered being a YouTuber. It's like, oh my God, super scary for me. So I really had to push myself to start a YouTube channel. And it probably took me longer than it should have. And same with TikTok. Like, I mean, I was consuming a lot on TikTok. I actually love the platform, but in terms of actually creating TikToks versus just watching TikToks, it's a whole new level, right? So, yeah, but for me, I am a creative person and I actually love to create. I love using Canva. I love the whole challenge of how do you make a YouTube video that's actually engaging to watch. And I think I'm still at the very beginning of my journey. For me, I actually have a goal that's not actually views in mind. It's how many YouTube videos can I create before I really see a change in my comfort level of making YouTube videos and just my general delivery. Is it snappy? Is it like on par? Is my level elevated with making YouTube videos? And I've noticed even a change from my first video to my 20th video and just the comfort level of me filming. And like, my first video took me forever to film and to edit. And it was really, really hard. I think it's something that, you know, at the start I struggled to actually put one together and it took me so many hours. And now
for us
I'm
it was
a lot more
the same journey. Like, I was looking at our first videos, I'm like, oof.
Who are they?
Yeah,
I love that.
That's not me.
I love that. I don't have any shape. So I think that's the thing as well. If you drop the whole, like, oh my God, I look bad, or like, I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm just like, oh, I look like crap in that video. I don't care. I know that somebody out there potentially could actually appreciate the content. And if you have that mindset and you just keep producing and you keep pushing forward, and I don't care if the video
that's what
has 0
we're doing.
views. I don't
That's
care,
why we have,
right? Who cares? It's fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. It's fun to create, and like you
I
say,
look inspired.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to start a YouTube channel like since the beginning of this year, but again, I'm always thinking like, and how to make it more fun, like how to present something.
You had enough time training with us, Anna.
No, it's not enough. Never enough.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I
let's
think
make
we
more
I mean,
videos.
she just wants to talk about movies. We just like
Yeah.
she needs an excuse to talk about movies because that's what she's getting out
Well,
about. Like, yes,
yes,
Anna.
I think one of the best pieces of advice that I heard around YouTube was everybody's first 100 videos is shit. And I love that. I'm like, okay, cool. So my first 100 videos are going to suck, and I'm okay with that.
How
At the
many
end of the
videos
day,
do we have? I gotta check.
No, but I
My
don't know whether
videos
you
are
guys
great.
have found.
My
Have you guys
videos are
found?
great.
I'm sure you guys have had people reply to you because I've had it happen where people have sent me DMs saying, "Hey, that video was really great," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I thought that was horrible," but they've appreciated it. I'm sure you guys have had that too, where people have said, "Hey, that's really great," and you just totally didn't think that would resonate with people or that anybody would even watch it.
Yeah,
And
people come
so,
out our community says, "Oh, this dude was such a nice bird. He's such a great dude,"
Okay.
and Lara hates me for that.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I think
I
it's time
wasn't
to
joking.
wrap up because Alek started bragging about his beard again. So I think
and that's the signal that we need to
that's
stop.
a signal
We
that
need to
we
move
need to
on.
stop already.
Oh,
Yes.
but we haven't talked about attention, retention, and
Fuck
numbers.
you. Okay.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
think, to be honest, like good content is subjective. And I think that if you can just constantly have that as your mantra, then you can, walk away and just go ahead and do it.
It's very smart sum up of everything.
Yes, advertise our coffee link, please, so that we have a penny.
Oh yes, please pay us money.
Like, show it like this.
Do you do buy
Yes.
me a coffee?
Yes,
This?
yes.
It's
This is the link. Yes.
it's coffee.
A bit lower,
Here.
a bit lower.
Coffee.
Yes, cool. Now back for money, please.
Money, please.
Please give us money.
Please give us money.
Je ne mange pas si
Oui.
Please give us
I
money.
did not eat for
I'll have to
6
send some clients your way.
No, like the way it works, that we're trying to monetize ourselves also as creators. So we have a paid Substack, and we have this.
To be honest, I will tell you the truth. To be honest, we just want to check how this coffee thing is working. So there's like supposed to some shit to fly out when somebody is donating
on
during
live
the stream.
Just like we're live, right?
So we are begging for money. So like we would see this shit flying out. This is the
It's
only
like
thing.
This coffee like broke it.
So he broke everything on the stream.
So this thing, there should be like a coffee cup flying out of there with some hearts, and we just want to see the animation. And
yes,
people donate us.
Someone really needs to buy your
when
coffee.
we're offline,
Yes,
but only when we're live. They did it like when we're.
Yeah, they did it like after, but that's not fun. We want you in live.
That's not fun. Let me show you.
I need to do that I would do that on a live stream.
Yeah.
I thought you just wanted.
Yeah, I would do that for your next live stream if it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Next live stream, as you see. So we have like
creators
a special
supporting other creators.
Yay!
Yeah.
Anyways, Lara, end this thing with something.
I made
fun.
a huge heart for all of you. Love that I'm giving to all of you. Thank you very much.
Oh,
I liked you very much.
So
I really like chatting to you guys too.
Did Carmen pass your test, Lara?
Yes, of course. She passed it even before the stream, so it's okay.
Why did I do this then? I could have logged off.
No.
Because I
no.
watched the video how to get relaxed, so I got relaxed. I'm like, okay, she passed.
Good. So
nice.
Lara, have a beautiful second shot and become a true, fully completed Pfizer girl.
Pfizer girl, yes, let's go.
Yes.
Anna,
did you prepare a song for today?
No.
Well, then sing a random one.
I can do better.
I can do anything better than you. I don't know. I remember that song already.
It's a good one.
That's a perfect song.
You could use that as your first YouTube video.
Yes.
Oh, no, I will not be ready for that comments.
I will send you a heart. Don't worry, I will send you a heart there. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and goodbye.
And PS money.
Great to chat.